Hi Cancer, this is Tara with Ariana Stark with your monthly forecast for July 2024. I will use oracle cards as well as the ideal tarot to understand what's in store for you. For a more personalized reading or for deck purchase, reach us at the email address given below. Now, the overall energy this month is the Four of Wands. This is a very positive card in your reading. I think you're going to be someone who is going to be very creative and ingenious. You're also going to be besieged by surprises this month. So, if there are opportunities, then you should make it count. You're also going to be very productive. Your output is going to be appreciated. You're going to be the center of attention. But you also need to guard against envy, because there are colleagues or there are going to be people who feel jealous on account of your ingenious ideas. They think you're a step ahead of the pack. Your boss or your superior does know that you're far talented or far more creative than the rest, but then those green-eyed monsters will always be there, Cancerians. Home improvements are also on the cards this month. Maybe you should also do some aura cleansing to combat the jealous eyes. The final days of June, stepping into July, I do have the Chariot card. Now this card typifies movement. It means that you were someone who was able to complete a lot of tasks. Maybe some of it remained. You were also someone who was helping others out. You were sought after because you do have the wherewithal, or you do have the talent and the capacity to help others. But sometimes, you may have felt that those who seek your assistance, they fail to acknowledge you. You were also a bit temperamental at this time, Cancerians. This is your energy, so maybe there were disagreements with your father, so you needed to be more sensitive towards them. Technical issues could have also arisen at this time. In case you were working, you may have felt tired or exhausted because your boss is very demanding. Maybe you felt that you were being paid peanuts. Obstacles to overcome this month are the challenges. I do have the Temperance card. Now this is another major in your reading. You do have to be patient. You have to bear with the delays that are there. Slow and steady wins the race, and you need to have that patient approach if you want to get ahead. Sometimes the work environment could also be very oppressive, yet you also need to be someone who needs to understand that these days will also pass. Maybe you're also going to be looking into taxation issues, financial matters. Your home life could also be a bit disturbed, so there's no point getting worked up on account of situations that you find yourself. Maybe you should ignore the squabbles that are there. Knives are definitely being sharpened behind your back, but then you need to be vigilant. Influences for this month, I do have the Queen of Cups. Now this queen is someone who is very emotional and creative, maybe because of the people who are going to be backbiting or those who are going to try to defame you. You need to lie low. Maybe you should also cooperate because others think that you're very high-handed. There could be a particular female who is trying to upset the apple cart, who is trying to rattle you, or you see her as a threat at work, but then in the present circumstance or in the present moment or in the present month, I think you need to keep quiet, keep a low profile, because eventually you will be proved right. Maybe others expect you to do some soul searching. Maybe they expect you to cooperate and collaborate with others. Maybe you should also watch your mouth. You're going to be someone who has a way with words, but while dealing with colleagues who are trying to usurp your position, you need to tone it down. Maybe these are ego issues which you could do without. So the need of the hour is to focus on your creative side. There's no point getting rattled. Rather, like this card, you need to persist and persevere. The first 10 days of July, I do have the Knight of Pentacles. Now this is a knight which likes a stable environment, doesn't like the status quo to be disturbed. You're also going to be acting in that fashion, but then if you're going to be pushed to a corner, then you will certainly give it back. Well, if you're going to be provoked, I think you don't have any reason to sit tight. You will retaliate for that matter. Work offers will also be there at this time, but maybe they don't excite you. While working also, I think Cancerians, you need to brace yourself because there's going to be excess scrutiny. Maybe your jealous superior or even the administrator may be wanting to hold meetings with clients to get an update on how you're proceeding. You definitely see it as an insult. So maybe you're also going to be clever enough to hold meetings or schedule meetings ahead of time. The boss is definitely breathing down your neck. Your boss could also suggest hiring a new person, but then you don't want this person around because you see her as an insider. Maybe she is going to report the goings on of your department, and this is something which you can do without. Eventually, the status quo is going to be maintained. This person isn't going to be hired, but there are those tense moments that you have to overcome. Perhaps that is why from Lenormand I do have the card mountain. You can either go around the mountain or you can take the other route up. These are challenges, and you must understand that these are momentary tensions, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always that pot of gold. So these challenges can make you more resilient. It can also prepare you for bigger days ahead. So take it in your stride, overcome these roadblocks, and embolden yourself. The next 10 days, that is 11 to 20th July, I do have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this reading seems to be dominated by females with that Queen of Cups as well as the Queen of Pentacles as well as the Temperance card. Possibly you're somebody who's going to be dealing with female figures, but like I said, you need to be careful because there's going to be some trouble on account of a particular lady. There are going to be minor gains. Again, Cancerians, you need to look at the bigger picture because sometimes we have those short-term gains, we are happy, but then when you look at the bigger picture, you may realize that you have lost out. You also need to assert yourself rather than let people take undue advantage of you at this time. Technical issues could also arise. You also need to review the task before you submit it to your employer or your superior. Your clients could also try to haggle. Maybe you should be firm while dealing with them. Perhaps you should also seek an increase. Financial transactions, banking work will also take up your time. You need to stay motivated. Again, your health could also be affected, so maybe you want clarity with respect to a health matter. Try not to get alarmed. The final days of the month, that is 21st to 31st July, I do have the Emperor card. With the Emperor card, you're also dealing with someone who could be very bossy or authoritative, or maybe you're also coming across as someone who is too high-handed. Again, you need to cooperate and collaborate. Teamwork allows growth and positive development. It allows you to make inroads, so focus on that. This is not the best time to start something new. Rather, you should also focus on work already in progress. In case you're making your way for an interview, then this isn't the best time. Also, Cancer, you should focus on learning. Maybe you also need to steer clear of misunderstandings. You shouldn't assume too much, or it could become a mountain that you need to climb. And if there are presentations lined up at work, I think it will go off well. As a leader of the pack, you also have to do with extra work. You're going to be overburdened or overwhelmed on account of colleagues being absent. Staff may play truant. You feel that you're not productive as well. Other than that, I also feel that you may be the department head and you could find yourself sandwiched between your superior as well as the administrator. So you should follow protocol and listen to what your superior says. Some of you may also contemplate taking loans at this time. You will also give a piece of your mind to workers who are not paying attention to you, or who are being tardy or unprofessional and disrespectful. Thankfully, your trusted aides will rally around you this month. Again, in these days also, I'm also getting the message that you need to focus on your health. With respect to your love life, I do have the card platonic love. I think deep friendship is on the cards for many Cancerians this month. So you need to work on that friendship. Sometimes a relationship doesn't go the distance. It means that you don't consummate the relationship, but then that doesn't mean that there isn't a deep, strong love. Yellow flowers or yellow roses does talk of deep friendship, and that should be cherished. I think you're somebody who's going to have your fair share of admirers with that Queen of Cups. Maybe married members of the opposite sex are also going to be taken up by your charm. Maybe they're going to keep a distance from you. With that Four of Wands, you definitely want to settle down. Maybe you're also going to reach out to the person you fancy, but then this person may not give much away. Perhaps you will also share photographs. Maybe you think that this is a dead end, this is a mountain, or this relationship is not going to work out. But perhaps friendship is going to blossom between the two of you. Only time will tell. No the signs I'm receiving any longer. You do believe that this is a soulmate relationship. This is a past life connection that you're dealing with. But in the present circumstance, I think you're going to ignore these signs. However, there are also going to be times when you Cancerians can leave somebody heartbroken. Maybe this person is someone whom you come across on account of work. You're reconnecting with this person. Maybe this person also wants to stay connected with you, but then you are going to draw the line because there are certain limitations which you don't want to cross. Maybe you are going to leave that person sad and dejected. With that Emperor card, this could also be an older male figure, or there could be an age difference. This person is also someone who is very bossy or dominating. This could also be true for some of you in an unhappy connection. I think Cancerians, like I said, you do have your share of admirers. Maybe you should not string anyone along if you're disinterested. Or in case you're in an unhappy relationship, maybe your person wants everybody under his thumb, doesn't listen to your point of view, so keep that in mind. Another message here is fall. The autumn season could be bringing up memories in your mind, or it could be a significant time in you and your person's life, so these memories could come up. The last card in this reading is Base Chakra. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career and finances, as your words determine your outcome. I think you need to work on your base chakra. You need to strengthen it. Maybe use fire again. Finances could be something which could worry you, or maybe instability on account of the work environment, which poses as a huge challenge for you, needs to be overcome. So strengthen your base chakra. Try not to be insecure. Try to focus on your home. With that Four of Wands, you're going to come good for sure. Be optimistic even if there are trying moments this month. I hope Cancerians you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.